Yo, this your boy, the real McCoy, coming at you, man. We talking NFL, talking about my Dallas Cowboys, man, and talking about breaking down this Week 3 matchup against the Atlanta Falcons. They coming to the Big D, Jerry's World, coming out to Dallas, and you know this. But boys, you know, the roster, we look different. We look different, you know what I mean? No Dez, broken foot Week 1, lost DeMarco Murray in the off season. No Tony Romo, fractured left clavicle. Week 2 against the Eagles, same injury from 2010. So we look different. You know, we got Brandon Wheaton at quarterback. Running game is nowhere near as productive, which is more. That's what I figured. Not really getting much from the receiver core, offensively, things like that. And it sounds all doom and gloomy, but at the end of the day, this is a winnable game. This is a winnable game, you know what I mean? And let me edit that out, Dennis. And let me break down my opinion on why I believe it's winnable. The Atlanta Falcons offense reminds me of the team we played Week 1, New York Giants. Stud wide receiver, solid quarterback. Offense, I think the Falcons' offensive line is maybe a little bit better than the Giants. They're about the same, right around average. Running game is okay. Now the Giants' running back the running game, Rashard Jennings and Andre Williams and those guys, Shane Vereen, I think they're better than what the Atlanta Falcons is bringing out of the backfield. And our defense basically shut that down, including Odell Beckham. Now, in their careers right now, Julio Jones, the receiver for the Falcons, he's better than Odell Beckham. Now, a lot of people are on the Odell bandwagon, which is an incredible athlete, incredible football player, great wide receiver, incredible athlete. But he hasn't really played technically a full season. He played 12 games last. It was amazing how he got Rookie of the Year off 12 games. Had 12,000 receiving yards off 12 games. Impressive. 12 games last year, 2 games this year. That's only 14. There are 16 games in the regular season, so he hasn't really played a full season in the NFL yet. That's why I say Julio Jones is better. And our secondary is playing well, man. Our secondary is playing really well. Claiborne, Carr, especially Patman at slot, slot DB, Wilcox and Church. Our secondary is playing well. So if starting off the game, if Julio is if he's on the right, matched up with Carr, or on the left, matched up with Claiborne, maybe even in the slot with Patman, if he's going off, say at halftime he's got 6 catches, 75 yards, and a touchdown. Maybe what we need to do is play 9 on 11. And what I mean by 9 on 11, if he's on the right side of their offense, going matched up against Brandon Carr, have J.J. Wilcox over the top. So we got a corner and we got a safety over the top. Now, Roddy White and Claiborne, that's an even matchup in my opinion. That's an even matchup. Maybe not 3 years ago, I would have favored Roddy White. But at this point in Roddy White's career, and the way Claiborne's been playing the last 2 weeks, I mean, Roddy White might make a play. Claiborne might make a play as far as, you know, shutting the route down or getting the pass defense. I like that matchup. So if we got to play 9 on 11, if we have to do that, because I like our front. I think our front 7 with Sean Lee, Hitchens, Crawford, Mitzi, DeMarcus Lawrence, all those guys. I like our front 7 against their running game. I mean, I'm a Florida State football fan in college football. I like Devontae Freeman out of Florida State. I don't think he's going to light us up for 100 yards, 1 or 2. I don't see that. I like our front 7 against their running game. Now, if we do, because I don't want to be what 2013, but Calvin Johnson had like 200 receiving yards. It wasn't Rex Ryan. I think it's Monty Kiffin was our defensive coordinator at that time. He made no adjustments. Now, if Julio Jones is doing that, then put a safety over the top. I wouldn't start off the game like that. Just see if Carr and Claiborne can hold their own. You know what I mean? I think the max or the worst case scenario we can give up for Julio, because Julio Jones look like he's going to have a big year. I mean, kind of like what 2012 or 13, what Calvin Johnson had. almost 2,000 receiving yards, looks like he's going to have a big year. Great players make plays. I mean, that's just what it is. So worst case scenario for Julio, say 7 catches, 100 yards, and a touchdown. If we in that area, it's a winnable game. It's a winnable game. Because if he's on the left side of the line of scrimmage, matched up with Claiborne, if we got Carr and Roddy White, that's an even matchup in my opinion. You know what I mean? Even if you got to put Wilcox over the top. Put Wilcox over the top. I like Patman. I like Patman against any of their slot receivers. I like Patman, and I think our front 7 can hold their own against their running game. This is a winnable game. Our defense is the main reason why we're 2-0. If we can control Julio like we did Odell Beckham week 1. Now the Eagles receiving core, they don't even compare it to Odell and Julio. You know, they don't have anybody. You know what I mean? If we can control Julio somewhat, if you gotta put a safety over the top, do what we gotta do. Do what we gotta do. If we can control him, Matt Ryan is gonna throw us probably about 2 picks. At least 1, probably 2. He's gonna throw us some picks. This is a winnable game, man. This game is winnable. Now, if we have a safety over the top on Julio and Roddy White goes crazy, 9 catches, 130 yards, touchdown or 2, sometimes you just gotta tip your cap. Hey, we didn't think you could beat us matched up 1-on-1. You gotta tip your cap sometimes. That's all you can do. You know what I mean? Who would you rather leave 1-on-1, Julio or Roddy White? Come on, you know what I'm saying? I'd rather leave Roddy White, especially the way Claiborne and Carr have been playing so far this year. I mean, not picks, but the coverage-wise has been solid. And the way Patman is playing, I like him matched up against any of their slot receivers. Any. Barry Church, he's covering tight ends pretty solid. I like the way Sean Lee's playing. I mean, our defense, and I said, our front 7 can control their running game. I really think it can. Now, we held the Eagles to -2. I don't think that's going to happen. I mean, they had DeMarco, Ryan Matthews, and Darren Sproles as collectively, they had -2 rushing yards. -2. Now, the Falcons running game is more traditional, but I think our front 7 can, for the most part, can control that. It's Julio Jones. Julio Jones is their threat. If we can contain him like we did Odell in week 1, this is a winnable game. Our defense will at least give us a chance. See what I'm saying? Now, going to the offense, now, last week, we had, I think, 90 rushing yards between the running backs. I think Randall had 51, McFadden had 30, that's 81, and Dunbar had 9, so that's 90. I think the milestone to get that XP for you Madden fans, I think the milestone will be 100. Between the 3 of those guys, if we can get 100 rushing yards, say Randall gets 60 and McFadden give us 30, that's 90, and Dunbar can give us 10 and 15. We got 100, 105 rushing yards, something like that. If we can get 100, then that's time of possession. That's pressure of Wheaton, controlling the clock. You know what I mean? Moving the ball, moving the chains ever so slowly. That'll open up Wheaton in the middle of the field, Cole Beasley, Wheaton to Terrence Williams on a quick slant, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Now, Dan Quinn, the defense, he was the defensive coordinator in Seattle. Now he's the Falcons head coach. He's got that defense. They're flying around the field playing solid football. They're playing aggressive. They're playing fast. I mean, it's way better than last year, no doubt. But I do think that our offensive line, the best in football, it will create some running lanes for the running backs. I mean, the Eagles' front 7, as far as stopping the run, I think it's better than the Falcons, especially defensive line. I mean, Fletcher Cox, Curry, and Logan, and Connor Barman, and all those guys, and you know, Kiko Alonso, and Michael Kendricks went down. You know what I mean? That's a solid front 7. They're not as, I mean, they're better than what the Falcons bring, in my opinion. So that's why I think we can create some lanes there. So that's like right 100 rush between the 3 of those guys. If we can get that, this game is winnable. Now, if the Atlanta Falcons decide to come out, our first offense possession, Dan Quinn says, you know what? I'm going to put 8 guys in the box. Single high safety. I'm going to dare Devin Street and Terrence Williams and your backup quarterback, Brandon Wheaton, to beat me 1-on-1. and make Wheaton make tight, accurate throws in tight windows. Now, if they decide to do that, we may have to go what I said right after DeMarco left, went to Philly. I was like, we may have to do what Bill Belichick does. Now, I'm not a Bill Belichick fan for the Patriots head coach. Now, like I said, on a scale from 0 to 10, as far as being a Bill Belichick fan, I'm negative a million. I'm way out there. Not a fan. But I respect a great football mind. That's what Bill Belichick does. And the reason why I'm bringing him up is because Bill Belichick looks at his roster, he takes it in his hand, and he wrings it out. He gets everything he can out of his roster. And you look at Malcolm Butler last year, who made the Super Bowl winning interception last year. Kind of an unknown. Now, he's a starting corner. They had McCourty. I mean, he just gets everything he can out of these guys. They don't have any deep threats on their roster. He's got slot quick guys. So Brady's throwing the ball quick. Then you got Gronkowski. I mean, so he gets everything he can out of his roster. So that the reason why I'm saying that, maybe what we need to do, because we don't have it between, we don't have DeMarco. You know what I mean? What we lost a between the tackles physical runner in DeMarco, but we gained speed. So if you have speed, use it. Run a little wildcat. I'm not saying just go to the old dog. I said this in the preseason. I know some people say, well, if you're doing that, you're changing your offense. You seem like you're desperate. I get it. But at the end of the day, you got to look at your personnel. As a Cowboys fan, I do not want Brandon Wheaton throwing the ball 35 to 40 times. Now, I'm saying if our traditional offense and our traditional running game isn't working. If we don't have we don't have between the tackles running, we've got a lot of speed. Use it. I'm not saying if we run, say, 75 plays for this game, I'm not saying 20 of those plays is wildcat. No, run 2 a quarter. That's only 8. Mix it up a little bit. Run a little wildcat. Make a linebacker tackle Lance Dunbar, say on 31, 32. Make him tackle Lance Dunbar in space. If that linebacker makes that play, sometimes all you can do is tip your cap. You punt the ball, and you trust our good defense. We got a good defense. Isn't that 2013 trash? When you look at the definition of trash, it would say Dallas Cowboys 2013 defense. Garbage. You look up garbage, it would say Indianapolis Colts offensive line. Right under that, it would say Dallas Cowboys 2013 defense. Garbage, man. We don't have that. Defense is playing well. You know what I mean? So do what we got. One thing we got with Brandon Wheaton, at this point in Tony Romo's career, Brandon Wheaton has a bigger arm. We've got Bryce Butler. Use him. Use him. We don't have any other deep threats. That's why I say, if I'm the Atlanta Falcons, I'm going to crowd in the box. I'm going to make Brandon Wheaton beat me. Make him beat. Make Terrence Williams. I mean, I think what? Through the first 2 games, Terrence Williams has 9 catches or 10. He's not lighting it up. Devin Street's not doing too much. I'm going to load the box and make your backup quarterback beat me. So if Brandon Wheaton, the knock on Wheaton is pressure. If you get pressure on Brandon Wheaton in the pocket, things like that, he crumbles. You know what I mean? But he's got a big arm. See, at this point in Tony Romo's career, Brandon Wheaton definitely has a bigger arm. He's got a speedy guy in Bryce Butler. We traded for him, so obviously we value him somewhat. 4'3" speed guy, 6'3", he can jump like Dez. Throw it up there. He might get a pass interference. Who knows? The guy might actually make a play. You know what I'm saying? The Falcons haven't seen him on film yet. I mean, what else do we, I mean, it's not like we just, hey, hand it off to Randall. Hey, Randall, you DeMarco Murray now. We're going to give you 28 carries between the tackles. Get us 100 yards. We don't have that. That's why I bring up Bill Belichick. He gets everything he can out of his roster. If we have speed, use it. Just use it. 2 plays out of every quarter. Or every other possession, maybe. Run a wildcat. That takes pressure off of Wheaton. You put him on the sideline. I do not want Wheaton throwing the ball 35, 40 times. No way. Don't want that. Use a little. We've got the speed. Use it. Use Bryce Butler. I mean, it might be a time where he gets, he gets some reps. You know, he gets some playing time. I mean, because I'm thinking, because if I'm the Falcons, I look at this Cowboys roster. That's what I would do. I'm low in the box. Brandon Wheaton beat me. We saw what he did against the Cardinals last night. The Cardinals defense is stout, you know what I mean? We saw what he can do. He struggled. Brandon Wheaton, you got to beat me. Use what we have. We haven't run the Wildcat yet. Mix it up a little bit. That's all I'm saying. Just mix it up. Give him different wrinkles. Give him something. And that's why this game is winnable. We got the best offensive line in football. They're going to create some lanes. If we decide to do Wildcat or if we decide to do our traditional offense, they're gonna create some lanes there. There's no doubt in both. But what I'm saying, if the Falcons do decide to load the box, which is what I would do, I would make Brandon Wheaton beat me. Now he did play solid. He went 7 for 7 against the Eagles. He had the slant touchdown to Terrence Williams, things like that. But at the end of the day, if Byron Maxwell would have tackled him, you know what I mean? It's just a quick slant. You see what I'm saying? We got Bryce Butler scratched. We've got this speed. We don't have the same offense we had. We don't have the same offense that we had last year. We don't have that. Romo's hurt. Dez is hurt. DeMarco's gone. So are we gonna we drop back 40 times and win us the game? No. Oh no. No. You see what I'm saying? Mix it up. We've got Butler. Mix things up a little. But this is a winnable game mainly because of our defense. Our defense is playing. Our defense will give us a shot. It will absolutely give us a shot, man. Because I don't know if with Brandon Wheaton at quarterback, I don't know how our traditional offense can hold up. I don't know. I mean, we're losing 3 Pro Bowl players now. You know what I'm saying? You're losing 3 Pro Bowl players. That's like, you know, I don't know, but trying to think of an analogy. But I mean, no Romo, no Dez, no DeMarco. You do what you got to do. We can't. I mean, I say we can't. We lose those 3 guys. We lose the triplets. Then you say Wheaton, Terrence Williams, and Joe Randall go do what those guys do. Go win us. No, we don't have that. We lost the power back with DeMarco, but we got speed. Use it. Speed sweeps. Things like that. You know what I mean? Wildcat, mix it. Use it. Take some pressure off Wheaton. Not saying we run a tricky type of offense and go straight college and things like that. That's not what I'm saying. Our offensive line will make some plays, you know what I mean, moving guys and creating holes and lanes. But if the Falcons do decide to have eight guys in the box, maybe even 9, but 8 guys in the box with a single high safety, I mean, we gotta keep these guys honest, keep them off of us. You know what I mean? We've got this speed, man. Use it. Maybe I said this when we first got Bryce Butler. Put him at punt return. From what I see from Cole Beasley, we're not gonna get much out of punt return. We've got Bryce Butler. Hey, man. Sometimes the best play in this world is to put the ball in the player's hand and you're an athlete gonna make a play. Great coaching. You see what I'm saying? This game is winnable, man. If we can control Julio, Matt Ryan will give us some picks. He will give us some picks, man. Control Julio. Roddy White one-on-one. I don't think Roddy White can beat us one-on-one. He might get a clutch third down catch, something like that. But he's not going to go wild and beat us. Especially Claiborne and Carr's been playing. Like I say, and I like Patman matched up against any of their slot receivers. Patman is balling, man. I like Patman. I think our front 7 can control their running game. You know what I mean? I'm not saying offensively we just go trickery and Brandon Wheaton don't throw the ball 10 times and we run Wildcat for 40 plays. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. But I don't want Brandon Wheaton throwing the ball 40 times either. I don't think that's a formula for success. You see what I'm saying? Just mix it up a little bit. Do things, because like I say, man, we lost 3 Pro Bowlers. We still got a great offensive line. We still got a great offensive line. You know, and the Falcons, the defense is better. The pass rush isn't going to blow you away. You know what I mean? It's hard to run for the next 8 weeks till Romo gets back. For 8 weeks, run our traditional offense out there. Do nothing different. Do nothing different. Run our traditional offense. And we're not going to win. I mean, I don't think we're going to win too many games. I mean, our defense is playing very well, but at some points in the NFL, teams are going to score 17, 20 points. You know what I mean? Are we going to sit back and Brandon Wheaton throw the ball 35, 40 times and run our traditional offense? I mean, we're going to lose 27-6. 2 field goals. That's it. You see what I'm saying? Mix it up a little bit. We don't have DeMarco. We don't have Dez. The worst case scenario happen to us. We lose DeMarco in free agency. Dez get hurt. Romo gets hurt. You know what I'm saying? Put the hammer down. Bang, nail in the coffin. All that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Mix it up, man. We've got this speed, man. Use it. Use it, man. This is a winnable game, man. I think going into the bye week, we could be 4-1. You know what I mean? Because we got the Saints week 4. Now, I'm glad we're playing the Falcons, even though we play that well at home. I'm glad we're playing the Falcons at home instead of the Saints at home. Because even though Drew Brees is hurt now with the shoulder, even with the Drew Brees, the Saints look like garbage. We can beat the Saints. Then we got Tom Brady. Hey, you know, man, then we got the bye week. We could be 4-1 going into the bye week. Then Romo coming, he's gonna be coming back, within the next 5-6 weeks, something like that. Just maintain. Just maintain. You know what I mean? Be 6-6 going into December. Hey, if Romo comes back, let's go on a run. Now, it's things like, that's looking too far ahead, but this game is winnable. We can't let Julio go crazy. We can't let him do it. We can't let him be 2013 Calvin Johnson, 200 receiving yards. Can't do it. Control him. Offense, we got him. I don't think our traditional offense is going to be enough. We got to figure some things out here. Let these guys, hey, do what Jason Garrett do. Run a little wildcat, man. Mix it up. Let him get on the outside. Let Terrence Williams come on the speed sweep. Let Brandon Wheaton throw the ball deep to Bryce Butler. Brandon Wheaton's got a big arm. Throw it deep to Bryce Butler. The Falcons won't be expecting that. There's not a lot of tape or film on Bryce Butler to study him. You might get a pass interference. I say, he might make a play. I don't know. I don't think our traditional offense can. We might win this game and the next, but over the next 8 weeks, it can't sustain that. We're gonna have to mix things up, man. We're gonna have to mix them, because eventually some teams are gonna have 8 guys in the box, and Brandon Wheaton's gonna have to make plays. And I don't trust Brandon Wheaton that much. I really don't. That's why I say mix things up. But this game is winnable, man. The game is because of our defense. Defense is playing very well. And I do think Matt Ryan is going to give us a pick or two. Don't know who. It would be nice to get one from one of our corners. You know what I mean? But anyway, man, let me know what you guys think, man. This game is winnable, man. This game is winnable. I mean, I know, with Romo going down, it's not the greatest situation. No Dez, no DeMarco. Still got a great offensive line. We can count on that offensively. Got a great offensive line. Don't really know. I saw Brandon Wheaton last year against the Cardinals. That's not good enough. With DeMarco, that's not good. Now, no DeMarco, no Dez, and Brandon Wheaton. We have to mix some things. We have to try some things here. Don't want to get desperate. Still run our traditional offense, but run a little wildcat, man. Let these guys get out on the perimeter and make some plays. Make some plays, man. Anyway, let me know what you guys think, man. This game is winnable. This game is definitely winnable, man. Even with all the injuries. This game is winnable. But anyway, let me know what you guys think, man. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, man. Atlanta Falcon fans, hey, you guys want to do a little talking, it is what it is, you know what I mean? Cowboys fans, we ain't going nowhere, we ain't running, you know what I mean? And like, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what you guys think, man. And it's a winnable game, Cowboys Nation. This your boy, man. This your boy, Ruben McCoy, man. I'm out. Peace.